I'm taking the strap. I'm strapped up.
Seven, what was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 263, right, Flowz? 263?
Yeah.
Episode 263 of the SZN Podcast. I'm your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And as always, guys, you know the drill, Mike, by now. My usual housekeeping message before we start the episode. Please can you head over to our Instagram page, the SZN Podcast, or our Twitter page, the SZN Pod. There's a link in the bio on both those platforms that will take us to where we're situated at streaming-wise. So if you prefer the audio, then we've got the usual suspects there, such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. Wherever you consume your audio podcasts, we're going to be there. And if you like video, we've got the YouTube link there as well. And short-form content like TikTok, also there. So please make sure you check us out for us, guys. Much appreciated. Flowz, how are you today, my boy? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, man, I'm good. Thank you. We're back again, another week, obviously. And once again, it's a bit of another dry week, right? Let's not beat around the bush. But yeah, not much we can do about that, Flowz. It is what it is. We take what we're given. But there's still something small / major. I don't know how you want to look at it, really, Flowz, but still something to talk about. And I guess it centers. Actually, before we start that, there are some fights next week. They're just not really major fights. So I don't know, Flowz, if you know that next week I saw that Michael Conlan is fighting actually on next week Friday. He's fighting in Ireland. Opponent is a guy called Jack Bateson. He's a British fighter. This is for the WC International Featherweight title, the vacant one. So it's for one of the minor belts, but it's going to be on Channel 5. For what I understand, in the UK, if you want to tune in. I'm not familiar. I don't know. Are you familiar with Jack Bateson, Flowz?
Nah, never heard of him.
I've never heard of him as well. I can see that he is a fighter who is 22 fights, 20 wins, 6 wins by KO, 1 loss, 1 draw. His last fight was against a guy called Danny Quartermain, and that was for the IBF European and WBO European super featherweight titles, which he drew. So this is, I guess, Flowz. This is I don't want to call it sad reality, but maybe it's sad reality that is facing Michael Conlan now. Obviously, he's fighting British level fighters. Really, if we're keeping it a buck. Obviously, we know that he had back-to-back losses against Lopez and Jordan Gill, back-to-back KOs. Actually, I'm not surprised if I remember quickly. So with that, he's at that level. And we last saw him out early this year against a guy called Asad Khan, which he won on points. But yeah, man, he's still going. And I feel like Michael Conlan should be retired. Do you agree, Flowz?
What was his last loss?
His last loss was Jordan Gill. That was in 2023.
Yeah, I don't know. He was meant to achieve bigger things, but it doesn't seem like it's paid off for him. So yeah, look, if he can keep making money, that's fine. But I don't know for him. He was meant to achieve more, it seemed.
I think for us though, it was more obviously the stoppages, the way he was getting stopped, right, Flowz, were a bit oof. The Lee Wood one was rough. The Alberto Lopez, I remember that being rough as well. Took a lot of punishment. So that's why it's one of the ones where maybe you've seen too much punishment, really, and the punch resistance might have gone. Because I didn't expect Jordan Gill to stop him, to be honest. I didn't think Gill is known for his power like that. And he was able to get him out of it. In fact, no, he's not. Gill doesn't have much KOs at all. So, yeah, I think it's just more the fact that maybe the punch resistance might be gone, so he might need to save himself from himself. But, you know, these fighters, man, sometimes they don't know where to go. It's all they know, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to achieve much in the division anymore, really. Who knows? Who's to say he can't, but yeah. I don't know too much about this opponent, so I expect him to win.
Cool. But, yeah, let's, I guess, look at the actual, I guess, news that we wanted to discuss this week, Flowz, and it concerns the heavyweight division. Daniel Dubois, Triple D. So word on the curb is, well, I guess it's confirmed actually. It's not even word on the streets, but it's been confirmed that Daniel Dubois, since his loss to Alexander Usyk, has left Don Charles and changed trainers. Was it confirmed which trainer he trained? He moved to Flowz?
Yes. Who was it? I want to say Tony Sims, but I don't know if it's Tony Sims. He's got a new manager.
Yes. It's Sims, by the way. It's Tony Sims.
It's Sims. It's Tony Sims. Okay, Tony Sims and his manager Sam. What's his name? The chatterbox.
Sam. I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Sam Jones.
Sam Jones. That's the one. Yes. So Flowz, what do you make of this first and foremost? Obviously, I know this is something that I think we might have even predicted or discussed on the pod. I can't remember. That we might see him change trainers after that loss to Usyk, which, let's face it, bro, was a heavy, devastating loss. But yeah, what are your initial thoughts thinking behind him changing and making changes, obviously, after that loss?
Yeah, it's a shame because what he achieved under Don Charles was special. He seemed to fill Dubois with a new confidence. Started to achieve stuff he didn't think he'd achieve. But I remember listening to Spencer Fearon the week after the loss against Usyk, and he was like, Don Charles is getting his P45. He said it early. He said it super early. And his reason was because obviously Dubois doesn't make the decisions in his dad. It's his dad. And his dad and Don Charles have even said before this fight that as long as Don Charles is winning, he has a job. As long as Dubois is winning under Don Charles, he has a job. And you kind of start to see with all the stories that are unfolding that Don Charles doesn't have too much say in the camp in terms of the party that happened beforehand, arriving to the ring. Even in the corner, he's not the main voice in the corner. It's Dubois' dad.
Thanks.
So, yeah, you can kind of see where they might not really value him or value his input because Daniel Dubois was probably thinking, I'm the one who achieved all of this. Me and Dubois, not Don Charles. Because technically, has Dubois really improved much? Maybe no. Because he was still getting pieced up in fights, but he's filled with confidence. So I don't know, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, man. I think what obviously I feel for Don. Obviously, Don's a highly respected trainer. We know Don. We've seen his career in terms of who he's worked with and what he's done with other heavyweights. And I agree with you in terms of like what he was doing with Daniel. Definitely seemed special. It was a great run under Don Charles. I'm trying to think when the run started from. Was it with Miller? I think was Miller the first fight together.
Yeah, maybe.
Or it might have been the first Usyk fight. To be fair, yeah, it might have been. Yeah, I feel like it might have been the first Usyk fight. But
wasn't that? Did he work with what's his name? McGuigan. Wasn't he with Shane McGuigan for that Usyk fight? The first Usyk fight. He was with Shane, wasn't he, at one point?
Yeah, he was with Shane at one point. Yeah. It's either the first Usyk or the Jerome Miller fight, but with those two, obviously, if you go from that run, obviously Miller, Hrgovic, Joshua. I mean, that is a run in itself, bro. That run catapulted him into, remember, our end of year awards where he was up for Fighter of the Year because that run was special based on that on the start of that run. So what he was doing with Don definitely was something special, and Don seemed to have a huge impact, as you said. Just as you said, even though he wasn't the main guy making decisions or the main voice, I think he offered that veteran, calming presence. And yeah, I think it's harsh on Don. I do think it's harsh on Don. But boxing's cutthroat, and we've seen this before. After one loss or a loss, maybe if he'd gone life and death with Usyk Flowz, and he wasn't such a destruction, we might see Don stick around. Don will still be there, right? Because he's pushed Usyk, he's gone close. But it's the manner and the way Usyk cooked him, fried him, bro, that I could see them thinking, or the dad thinking, because let's be real, it's definitely come from the dad, thinking, yeah, no, something needs to change. It shouldn't have been that so easy. We shouldn't be so far apart from Usyk, considering how they gave him a tougher fight last time, right? So I can see Daniel's decision making there and why he's done that. I always like to think, for me, Flowz, I don't know, I tend to err on the side of, cool, if things are going well with a trainer and you take one loss, try and see it again, try and get back with that same trainer, or fight again with that same trainer. And if it is still looking higgy or still looking shaky, then it's a case of, okay, cool, maybe it's time for a change. But yeah, I understand how it's a fast-moving business and it doesn't work like that, and these guys have their careers to think about, etc. But yeah, I would have liked to have seen him have a comeback fight with Don Charles, because to me, it wasn't necessarily broken in that sense, the relationship. Really and truly, I feel like Daniel probably needs less voices in his corner, but you can also say that the voices help him and have helped him get this far. So we know he needs these voices if we're keeping it a buck. So yeah, man, I would like for them to see it continue, but I understand why, from a boxing perspective, why he's got rid of him.
Yeah. There was even one moment, I can't remember what fight it was, remember when Daniel tried to pattern Don Charles in the corner, where Don Charles said, Daniel, are you listening to me?
Yeah.
I am. He's like switched to him.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, yeah, this guy doesn't really rate Don Charles. He's too focused on his pops. So yeah, I don't think it's Daniel's decision. I think it's his pops. I don't think maybe Daniel and Don Charles are cool. Maybe their relationship's fine. Maybe it's his pops and Don Charles who ain't. I agree. I think, yeah, I just think it's harsh on Don Charles, because he was, like we say, Daniel Dubois was like fight of the year. Don Charles arguably trainer of the year as well during that run. Yeah, harsh. I don't know. It just felt. I know he took the boxing world by surprise, but the way Spencer Freer was so sure, I was like, fair, it's probably going to happen. But we'll see. Hopefully, both their careers can bounce back. I've never really rated Don Charles too much. I don't know what your thoughts about it. But
really, why?
Well,
wait. I know. No, pause. Because I know for a reason. Part of it's because you think he's a.
yeah.
No, you can't do that, man.
But I've never seen anything superb from these fighters. Really, I've never seen. Yeah, it's.
I mean, his biggest export is what, Chisora, right?
Yeah.
If we're keeping it back, I think that's yeah. But Chisora's limited.
Yeah, but Chisora after Don Charles is the best version. The best version of Chisora.
That's a point. Yeah. That's a point. Yeah, that's a really good point, Flowz. That's right.
I didn't expect to fight. I certainly didn't expect what we've seen with Don Charles and Dubois. I didn't expect it to catch fire like this, but yeah, that's why.
Maybe it's a case of Flowz. Flowz. Maybe it's a case of that's what Daniel needed at the time. He needed a Don Charles to come in, given that, I don't know whether it's calm, that veteran presence, just to help him grow a little bit. And now he can move on to bigger and better, if that's the case. What are your thoughts on Tony Sims as being the guy he shows to replace? And also, we know Sims, listeners, also a very well-respected veteran trainer. Just to read off some of the names that he has been with. He's been with Conor Benn since the beginning of his career. Ricky Burns, who was a world champion. Darren Barker at AJ. These are former world champions. John Ryder, Cordina, Cash, Cheeseman, Johnny Fisher as well. He came to him this year. Actually, Johnny Fisher sort of went to him around the same time Daniel has gone to him, actually. But yeah, so these are all names that Tony Sims, has been in with or worked with. Yeah, thoughts on Tony Sims?
Is Tony Sims involved with the GB team? Is that him? He's been involved with them for some years.
Yes, I think he is involved with the GB team, or was.
Yeah. I remember him getting a lot of criticism when AJ started losing as well. I remember Tony Sims getting.
Yeah, it was actually McCracken as well. McCracken was the main one with
Yeah,
the
it
GB
was
team.
AJ
but
was,
Tony Sims was also there as
wasn't
well.
he?
Yeah,
Yeah, he was working with both.
yeah.
He was McCracken. McCracken's with. Or maybe they're both on the GB team. I'm the setup. I'm not sure. But McCracken
I know
certainly is,
McCracken definitely. I know McCracken definitely is. Yeah, and I know he's the one that got
yeah.
most of the slack. So Sims actually escaped. It was all the heat was on Rob mainly.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you're right.
All the heat was on Rob, and there was one more guy in the camp that they used to cuss out as well. But yeah, mainly it was Rob. They were saying Rob. They need to get AJ away from that Olympic amateur style that Rob knows.
But I think at the time, AJ was training more with Sims. That's the thing.
Yeah. Sims to me was doing most of the heavy lifting. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think Sims was doing. But yeah, look, Sims he's a name. He's been around for some time. He's never been. I don't think I've ever considered him for trainer of the year. In any sense, he never seems to be the main man. Really, almost. He never seems to be. I don't know. But yeah, I think he's an experienced trainer. We'll see what he can do with Daniel. I think Don Charles was solely focused with Dubois. I don't remember Don Charles having anyone else who's really working with other than Dubois.
At the time, no. Yeah.
Yeah. Sims has a lot of names he's still working with, I think.
Yeah. Fisher, Ben. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how Daniel does under him. He say he's got a big fight lined up, or big announcement lined up, so we'll see.
Yeah, well, good segue, Flowz. Yeah, the talk is that there is a big fight lined up for Daniel as a comeback. You question, obviously, given the sort of the way he lost, how big that this fight would be. Give me any other predictions in your end. Do you reckon who it could be, or who would you like it to be?
Yeah. I didn't really pre the rumors too much, but I saw your cousin, your cousin, my guy.
Which one, bro?
What's his name? The other Adelaide, yeah. Adelaide versus Dubois.
I saw Adelaide and he was keen.
I'll lock into that one. I'll tune into that one.
Of course you would.
That would be funny. No doubt. Look, Dubois is always going to be an entertaining fight, and he's that position where he can mix it in with big names or up and comers.
Yeah,
he can have his pick of the bunch, and it'll still be an entertaining fight. So yeah, I don't mind. As long as it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really mind who it is. I did want to see that, Dubois Joseph Parker fight, but I'd understand now. Obviously, Parker is now looking past him to try and fight that Usyk, which is fair. But yeah, I know Zhang is still knocking about. Caballero as well. There's guys out there, but I don't. Yeah, I generally don't mind who it is. They've made a bit of a fanfare over it, so let's see who it is. It has to be someone, like I said, a big name. As we know with Dubois, we said, once you're at that level, we say this all the time on this pod, you stay there. There's no stepping down. So, yeah, probably an ex-contender or someone who's also on the cusp, maybe. But I don't think there's a need for them to give him an easy touch as a comeback. I think he can go straight back into the fire almost. He got beat up by a guy who's generational. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's true.
Yeah.
Look, AJ, you still got to deal with the bar.
You still got the bar problems.
AJ, I know AJ's looking for a comeback fight. The bar's there. You try. AJ, honestly, AJ tried to find his way out of that one. So he's got to spin the block.
So you're happy for AJ to go straight into the bar again?
Yeah. He's meant to. That's what he's meant to have done.
Okay.
He should have been.
I did say. I did say I want. Yeah, boy, that's a win. That's a must win for AJ then, really and truly. I did say I want to see AJ fight Dubois at some point after he gets Wilder out of here. Run back. Well, no, sorry. After if he gets Fury out of here, run back that Dubois fight, and then if he wants Wilder as well, has the final cash out. But I'm not mad at seeing AJ Dubois. Although I don't know if AJ should run it back straight away. I can't. But we'll see. We'll see.
If the Fury fight or Wilder fight is available, then that's priority. Yeah, that's priority for sure.
Well, I guess Flowz, we'll see. I guess we'll see Wagwan. But yeah, man. And we'll see how it shapes up with the new team and Tony Sims. We'll see. We'll watch and see.
Yeah. I did something else, some other rumors.
Go on.
Actually, we might have to verify this. One of the Charlo twins posted a lion eating a shark.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. And the subliminal there is the Charlo v. Spence. I'm not sure which Charlo brother it was.
It must have been Mel, because Mel came out the other day. Do you see what he said the other day? Mel came out the other day and said, the statement killed me. Wait, let me find the statement because it made me laugh.
Yeah. I think I did see it.
Not Charlo ring turn.
It must be Mel, really.
Hang on, it has to be Mel. Hang on, I'm sure the post up here if it loads. Come on. Yeah. He said, my 2-year layoff was not by choice. I've been sitting back, watching, letting them talk. But now it's my turn. I'm back sharper than ever. I'm coming for everything they thought I lost. I'm him. So you might said you could argue that. Wait, your 2 layoff wasn't by choice, but you've just said that I just want to sit back, watch everything unfold. So that was a choice. But yeah, man, Mel has teased to return to the ring. So if that's the case, I haven't seen the post that you're talking about, but it must be him because he's saying he's coming back for. Look, man, we got to remember that. Let's not forget, bro. Mel was undisputed at 154. He deserves that respect at least. He unified and became undisputed. So he has that respect as being a former undisputed champion, which a lot of the people, apart from Crawford in that division, have no claim to fame on. If he's serious about this comeback, Flowz, more power to it. I'm happy for him to have him back. I've said before that 154-pound division is hot as hell. So yeah, man, let's get it in. It's interesting though if it is expensive. I was gonna say it is very interesting if it is expensive, given the closeness of the two camps. But we said before, these Charlo twins, they're very erratic. They sometimes beat each other from what we see. So, so I'm not surprised if now there's beef there between him and Spence. But yeah, man, run it. That build-up would be fantastic. But we haven't seen, bro. I don't know if we're ever going to see Spence again. I'll be so real.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know. Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see.
I
think he said something like no friends in this or with the pros, something like that. But yeah, look, that's a fight I'll happily see. Because he's always been in camp with Mel. They have the same they had the same trainer. Yeah, it was him and Mel that had the same trainer.
It's Derek James. Yeah, it's Derek James.
Derek James. They were in camp together, and the rumors we were hearing was that Spence was whooping him, inspiring him in that camp. Was treating him inspiring. But those are the rumors. Like inspiring and Spence is undefeated. The rumors. So we'll see if they actually get on. It'll be a good fight.
So Spence left. He's left Derek James then, hasn't he? He must have.
I think so.
If he does come back, I'll be interested to see who he does return with. Apparently this thing was legit. This call out was legit. What you just said. I'm just looking. Oh, apparently Spencer's cousin responded saying we could do him worse than Canelo did. Let's get it. Hey, I'm with Flowz. I'm with it. Let's get it cracking.
When entourages are getting involved already.
I was screaming. And I'm sure the entourages know each other well as well.
Why the hell is these cousins saying we're gonna do it worse than what?
I love Black American boxers, man. They're too funny.
The Camps kill me. Crawford's sister is undefeated. She's the most active.
She's sick. No, she's sick with it.
Yeah.
Can't chat to her.
Undefeated. Yeah, the Camps funny.
Oh man. Yeah, if that's the truth, but if that's the case, bro, I'm here for it. I'm 100% here for that. We'll see. All right, man, Flowz. I think we can call it a day there, though. Another short, sweet one. This has been episode 263 of the Strap Season Podcast. Once again, I'm your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And as always, you need to find us on the streaming platform. Peace.
You take it a strap. I'm strapped up.
What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.